join the AA Dream Team if you are not already a part of it. I see a few of you are still logging on. There's Sydney. Hey, Sydney. So Sydney and I actually just had a powerful one-on-one call last week. Almost missed it because I was getting off the plane, but we had a powerful one-on-one, and I'm so excited to see Sydney implement all of the things that we just went over last week. So shout out to you. All right. So it is, what time is it? Okay, 7:02. Let's go ahead and get started. Welcome to the Aesthetics Amplified Masterclass. If you are new here, if this is your first time, welcome. If you are a returning student, then welcome back. I'm always happy to have you guys come back. I know you probably can't catch every masterclass, which is totally understandable. And for that reason, I actually upload all of the replays to YouTube, and I also upload them to the Facebook community that I have created, so you guys could have that extra support, not just from me, but from a community full of like-minded individuals who have the same goal in mind, and that's to grow and scale their aesthetics business using the internet. So if you do happen to go back and watch the replay, y'all know I want you to drop hashtag replay in the comments. Ask any questions. I love to go through and see who watched the replay and just see if I can help you even further, because a lot of the times, like I said, I know you can't join these live calls, and that's a-okay. All right, so so Teresa has made everyone, okay? Shout out to Teresa. Teresa is the real MVP. And Teresa says, I am always here ready to get this good juice. Yes, I know. Good juice, good sauce, whatever you want to call it. All right. So let's go ahead and start with the very first part of each and every class. And that is going over housekeeping, because housekeeping is very important to make sure we have a smooth flow, okay? So first thing, type your questions in the chat as we go. I will answer at the end. Don't try to remember your questions, because you won't. I'm going to give you a lot of information. So just go ahead and type them in the chat, and then I will answer all of your questions at the end. I'll allow time for a little short mini Q&A, okay? Classes are recorded for training purposes. I don't see you, but you see me. I just see names, okay? So shout out to Sydney, shout out to Brittany, Teresa, Dr. John. You made it. Okay, wow. So Dr. John is in Scotland. He actually found me on TikTok. How about that, right? I love TikTok. So yes, they are recorded for training purposes. I don't see you, but you can see me and you see my screen, okay? So your device basically will just stay muted the entire time, and I will unmute your device at the end when we have Q&A. Okay, all right. So again, replays will be uploaded inside of the AA Facebook community. Drop hashtag replay if you go back and watch it. Be respectful. 60 minutes goes by very quickly, and take advantage of Q&A at the end. I am a stickler for asking questions. If you are not asking questions, that means that if you are not, if you are not, okay, thank you for telling me that. I need to see what's going on with that. Give me 1 second. So she says that her chat, well, okay, so wherever you just type this question, this is where I would type your questions, because I got this message. You said your chat is enabled, so maybe it's not the chat, maybe it's the comment section. I have no idea, but I got this message. So whatever you did here, you just do that the next time, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and dive into today's lesson. First off, I like to start off with a very brief introduction, because I want you guys to know the who, what, when, where, and why. Why am I qualified to teach you the things that you'll learn today, okay? Who is Cheri? Cheri is a daughter, she's a mother, she's a friend, and I am basically someone who has turned my passion for video creation into a thriving business. Just like a lot of people out there, I started with zero. zero everything, zero clients, zero subscribers, zero people on my email list. Everything was just zero. I started off with a DIY ring light. I tell this story all the time. I'm pretty sure some of you are probably tired of hearing it by now, but I started off with a ring light that I literally made by myself with some fabric from fabric from Michael's and a few little tools and whatnot from Home Depot. I did that, yes, with the Android phone. And I started a whole YouTube channel. But I say all that to say, you know, I've been kind of creating content online for a very long time. In addition to that, I have a psychology degree, so I am a very good judgment of people. I know what people actually like, what they want to see, what they want to know. You guys know that people are naturally nosy, right? People are naturally nosy, and all we do in marketing is if we just really give people what they want. You know, bottom line, we solve issues, we solve problems. So as of the time that I put this lesson together, I have helped over 100 small and medium-sized business owners and content creators increase income with simple online marketing strategies, which is what we're going to get into today. All right. So if you have any questions, of course, about, you know, me and what I do and why I do what I do, my background. Some of you know that I came from a medical billing background. That was what I did before I started my business. I worked in the medical office, and I still wanted to be able to help providers make money, but I didn't really want to sit on the phone and argue with insurance companies all day to make that happen, right? So this is where we are. This is where we are. And I couldn't be any more excited and blessed. So let's go. Today, here's what you will learn, okay? Digital marketing isn't about having the biggest budget. It's about having the brightest strategy, okay? Remember that. That is the quote of this lesson. So we're going to talk about types of digital marketing for aesthetic service providers, when you should get started with online marketing, building an email list, leveraging content marketing, the best routes for beginners who are on, you know, maybe a limited budget. And we'll talk a little bit about analytics and data if we have time. That can get a little deep. So if we have time, we'll talk about that, okay? All right, so the different types of digital marketing for aesthetics and cosmetic service providers. So here's the thing. This is something that is definitely warranted, like this conversation. It needs to happen because okay, let me just explain. In the marketing world, online marketing, you have lots of different types of marketing. I'll read through the list. You have online reviews and reputation management, affiliate marketing, influencer marketing, social media marketing, website optimization, paid advertisement, email marketing, content marketing, video marketing, and search engine optimization. Now, all of those, and I probably left something out, who knows, but all of these fall under the umbrella of digital marketing. Now, you can try all of them. I actually recommend that you try a little bit of this and you try a little bit of that. You try it all. But if you're going to try all of these different types of marketing, you have to have ways that you can track to make sure they're working. And that's where a lot of you are falling short right now. And you feel like the things that you're doing is not really working because you're just doing all this stuff, but then there's no tracking system put in place to make sure it's actually working. For example, with social media and email marketing, what we do is we provide tracking numbers. So we can see on the back end that 10% of your calls last month came from Facebook, or 10% of your calls, you know, whatever, came from an email blast that we sent out, right? So that's what I mean by you have to track it to make sure it's actually working. So at the end of the 90-day period or the 30-day period, or, you know, however this client's agreement is set up, what we do is we look at all these numbers and then we say, okay, well, is this working? Is this working? Are people really calling from this? I was actually shocked. I was looking at some of the data the other day for one of my accounts, and I was under the impression that most of the traffic was coming from, because I checked the traffic that calls the actual practice, and I also checked the traffic that goes to the website. And I was very shocked that most people were coming from Facebook. They weren't even coming from Instagram for this particular account. Okay, every account is different, but they were not coming from Instagram. So what that tells me is, okay, well, it's time to switch up the strategy. It's time to focus more on Facebook with this particular account. So out of all these different types of marketing, another thing that we got to talk about is trying to put all of this on one person. Usually in most cases, unless it's a full-blown like agency or a freelancer working with the team or whatever, but usually the person that is handling your social media marketing is probably not the best person to manage your website. In most cases, it's not all the time. The person that may be helping you with search engine optimization and ranking on Google, they may not have the skill set to help you with influencer marketing. So it's up to the business owner to educate themselves and know what types of marketing you want to pursue. Okay, here it is. It's in black and white. So maybe you should just do your research. Now, if you are looking at my screen, the ones that I have asterisks by and the ones that are bold, those are my favorite types of marketing. Okay, I'm not big on paid advertisement. Not saying that it doesn't work, but I'm just not big on it. And I actually partner with someone who does the website portion of everything. But all of the other types of marketing is something that, you know, we offer within our company. But I think the best thing that you can know is you can educate yourself on the different types of marketing that are out there. Okay. And before you approach someone, when you get ready to, you know, seek their services, just make sure it's something that you have the budget for, and that you know what you're getting out of it. Because a lot of companies out here, they'll tell you, hey, you just need to do paid advertisement. You need to buy more ads, invest in more ads. That's what they tell you. I know, because I talk to you guys, and this is the things that you're telling me that other marketing companies are telling you. And that is so far from the truth. Okay. If you want to run ads, which, you know, that's okay, you can do that, but you have to build an organic presence. And that's the part they don't tell you, because people are super skeptical in today's society. And before they go buying whatever it is that you have to offer, unless they know you, okay, unless they have grown to know you, like you, and trust you already, they're gonna want more proof that you are who you say you are, and you can do what you say you do before they hit buy now. Okay, so I need you to take a screenshot of this because this is the number one conversation that I always have with new accounts. They think that, you know, we offer all of this. Again, like I told you guys, I partner with someone and we offer all of these services. However, if you have, I'm just going to be honest, if you have a $500 budget, don't expect blog posts every month. You know, if you have a $500 budget, don't expect your social media person to help you with influencer marketing. You know, if you have a $500 budget, don't expect email segments and email sequences and all of the extra things that come with email marketing. Okay. What we do is we work within your budget, and we tell you, we look at what you're currently doing, where you are, profit margins, all that stuff. We look at where you are, and then we go from there. We decide what it is that you need. Okay. So this was probably going to be the longest slide, but it's so important that you guys educate yourself on this. So important. Okay. So when should you get started with online marketing? I always get this question, when should we get started, or where do we start, and all kind of things like that. And I always say, okay, if your opening day is May the 1st, 2023, you should have already built a Facebook and Instagram, a Google My Business, and all of that by January 1st. That is how serious it is. Marketing is so serious because you're getting the word out there. You're planting that seed and putting that seed in people's brain so that they know, hey, we're launching a new business, or, and we don't want you to just come, but we also want you to come and bring your friends and bring your family and all of that. So that needs to start sooner than later. As soon as you know that the plan is solid, that's when you need to start marketing. How soon do you want to start making money? How soon do you want to start filling your schedules? How soon do you want to start, spreading the word about your services, your products, your treatments? That would be my next question to you, is how soon do you want to get the word out there? And then whatever your answer is, then that's what I would tell you. Okay, well, you need to get started with marketing yesterday. Okay. Because that's really how you get the word out there. And so many people, they really just miss that. It seems very black and white. It seems very simple. But if you want people to know that you exist, you have to market yourself. You got to get your business out there. You have to build a business, and you have to build a personal brand. It's just the way of the world right now. So first off, let's talk about influencer marketing. I am actually in the middle of an influencer marketing campaign right now with a client of mine. And I just think this is just such a great form of marketing, because you are capitalizing off the likeness of people in your local community. You guys, it doesn't get any better than that. So here's what influencer marketing is. Well, why it works? It works because, well, actually, let me tell you what it is first. That might make sense. Influencer marketing is when you scout for someone in your local community. I call them like a local socialite. You need to take time to do this, or you need to delegate this, not to your front desk girl, your dental hygienist, or your 12-year-old niece. Okay, this is something that you actually need to take the time to do. Look this person up on social media. They don't necessarily have to have a lot of followers, but they need to have influence. They need to be impactful. You can look at their comments and you can tell, okay, does this person get a lot of comments from people that are in this local area? What we do actually is we ask for screenshots, because you can have an influencer screenshot their demographics, and it will clearly show you that 90% of their audience is right in your local area. That's what we do, because a lot of the times people have they have these followers, but they have followers that are in 55 states over. I don't know why I said that, but they have these followers that are like way out, and those people are more than likely, they're never going to come do business with you. So we get a copy of their demographics, because we want to know, hey, is this person really impactful in the community, right? Sometimes you can't just go off of the comments, but I would never just go off likes and followers. Find someone who has influence in your local community. They get a lot of comments, all that, and send them a message. Hey, how are you? My name is, we enjoy this about your Instagram profile, or we enjoy this about your Facebook. Okay, always start with giving them something. If you reach out to an influencer, always start with giving them something that you enjoy about their current social media presence. It just makes them feel like you notice them, right? And then you say what we're doing right now, and I'll just give you a basic script on what we're doing, because my client has a new esthetician. She's even new to the area, and we want to get the word out about her. So why not have someone who is already from her area come in, experience her services. I think it's like they say she has like a very bomb facial. Get someone to come in, experience her services, and then now let this person go share it It's the gift that keeps on giving. I promise you it is. So I would definitely get started with influencer marketing as soon as you can. It's very low cost, because some influencers, they just want you to do the treatment. They want you to perform the treatment. They're not looking for money. Some of them, they want money. So again, you have to be selective with who you pick. Doesn't always have to be an influencer. Okay, that I don't want you to take that word so heavy. I want you to take it with a grain of salt, because you really just need a local socialite, but it takes time for you to look for this person in your area. Now, here's how you're going to get an ROI on this, because once again, you guys, I keep telling you, you can do all these different marketing tactics because it all works. But how do you know it really works? So here's how you'll know. If you have two different influencers that you work with, okay, you have two. Let's say their names are Jennifer and Rachel. You're going to give Jennifer a discount code. You're also going to give Rachel a discount code, and you're going to make sure they know, because you have to have an agreement. There needs to be an agreement in place. If you want people to take this serious and you want to get the best out of it, there needs to be an agreement in place. And you're going to tell Rachel and Jennifer, in exchange for us delivering these services, we want you to XXXX, post on social, collaborate with us on a reel, do a Google review, post a photo in your Google review, do another one, do another Google review, and now add a video, okay? Share this with your friends. A lot of the times you guys want to just treat your staff. You want to just constantly treat your staff, or you want to treat yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that. But usually your staff knows the same people who know the same people who know the same people. And if you really want to reach a new, broader audience, you have to incorporate new faces in your marketing. So take the time, be very selective with who you pick, right? And have them come in and just say, hey, you know, just be open with them. Let them know your vision, what it is that you're trying to do. And then you give them these discount codes. And every time they make a post, because you're going to make sure they know, every time that they make a post on social media, they're giving people these discount codes. So now when they come in, okay, and then here's the thing, all this needs to be planned. So you're going to give Jennifer the discount code, and Jennifer's going to go tell all of her social media friends, hey, I just visited XYZ and I just got this hydrofacial and it was so rejuvenating, so relaxing, and my skin just feels so refreshed, and whatever she says, you know. And now if you want to go get your hydrofacial, use this discount code and you can save 25% off your next hydrofacial. Or you can get a hydrofacial and then get a free lip perk to go with your hydrofacial. Everything doesn't always have to be a discount. Some things you just need to bundle together, or figure out what it is, figure out what would make the most sense for that particular collaboration or that client. It would just be easier to just do something straight across the board, so you don't have to switch up your offer each and every time. But tell Jennifer to give everybody that discount code. Now you're also going to give Rachel a discount code, and every time Rachel posts a video or she does anything that's highlighting her services, she's also going to give a discount code. So now you have two influencers. You've been working with them for 6 months, because they're not just going to come in for one service. They need to come in multiple times. That's how you build the credibility and the authenticity behind it, right? So at the end of the 6-month period, now you're going to pull the reports, because people, you know, you guys you don't like to deal with reports, but you have to if you really want to know what you're doing is working. And you're going to look and see, after 6 months, who generated the most business? Was it Jennifer or was it Rachel? Who brought in the most business? Who got the most conversions? Okay, because it's easy for people to come in and call and inquire, but you're giving them this discount code so you can actually know that the sale happened. So was it Rachel or was it Jennifer? And if it was Jennifer, if Jennifer brought you in, because all you have to do is very simple. You go in the back end of your system and you run a report and you see how much money you generated within this time frame using Jennifer's discount code. Now you see that Jennifer just generated $10,000 from you, for your business, for about 3 clients that she brought in. So you know what that indicates? That means that you need to continue to collaborate with Jennifer. Now you need to take it a step further and offer her do a giveaway for her followers. Y'all, it's a whole process. But influencer marketing works, but stop just giving out free stuff to people and then just let them, and just tell them to go post it. And then you're like, oh, well, what did I get out of this? I don't know. What did you get out of it? That's a very good question, because if you don't know, neither do I. All right. So social media marketing, which I'm sure you guys know is definitely my favorite. Actually, email marketing is slowly becoming my favorite because I like to write. And I just feel like you get more engagement, you get more opens, you get more clicks, you get more conversions through email, right? But we'll talk about that later. Social media marketing is fun. Social media marketing is like the appetizer. You need it. Bottom line, if you are in this industry, the medical aesthetics industry, you have got to be on social media. And I don't just mean just have a profile and you just randomly post BS when you feel like you need to post something. No. You need to be on social media. You have to have a profile. You need to be heard. You have to have a voice. You need to make videos. You need to show up. You need to be your authentic self. You need to ask questions. You don't just need to talk about your services and your treatments, but you need to show people that you are human, that your business is fun. I just made a TikTok video earlier where I was talking about how, it's very competitive out here. Definitely job security for me. I am not complaining, but there's a med spa popping up everywhere. There's a general dentist out there taking classes so they can tap into the medical aesthetics world. There's an MD out there that is tapping into the medical aesthetics world. So I say all that to say, yes, competition is high. Yes, it is saturated. But does that mean that it's not a space for you? Does that mean that it's not a platform for you? Absolutely not. That is not what that means at all. So when it comes to social media marketing, how do you really measure success? How do you really know if it's working? You have to have systems and automations and tracking set up. Because the thing about insights are good. Insights, your Instagram insights, for those of you who do not know what that is, it's basically the dashboard that lives in the back of your Instagram account, and it tells you, activity and progress. If you really know how to use your Instagram insights, you can look at it and figure out, what should I do better? What should I post more of? What did the people really like? Okay. So it's a very useful tool, but it's very limited. Social media insights, they will tell you, yes, people are going here. People are clicking on your website. People are doing all this. But if you have systems and tracking set up in place, you can really measure your success, because you can then see, you can hear calls. We listen to the phone calls of some of our accounts, not all of them. It just depends on which package they got. But some of our accounts, we listen to the phone calls and we can clearly see that you don't have a marketing problem. You have a sales and conversion problem, because you're getting leads, you're getting clicks, people are visiting your website, they're calling your office, but for some reason they're not scheduling. And we listen to those calls, and we know we know why some of them are not actually converting. And I can promise you it is not your marketing. All right. So social media marketing, yes, 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 it is an absolute must, but you need to be doing it strategically. You need to be doing it intentionally. You need to know who your ideal client is, and you need to work to attract them. All right, let's go. So building an email list as an aesthetics service provider. What do you mean? What are you even talking about? What do you mean an email list? I get this question all the time. Oh, the next question is that I always get, well, what am I going to email people? That's what people always ask me. What am I going to email people? First of all, there's tons of things that you can email people, okay? If you want to increase sales, you want to build brand awareness, you want to build like, no trust, credibility, it all can happen through email. Now, when your clients come in for services and treatments, you get their emails during check-in, normal registration questions, has anything changed, yada, yada, yada. But that's not the type of email that I'm talking about. You need to be offering or doing one of the 7 things on this list to incentivize people to get on your email list, because everybody's not ready to book with you yet. Everybody is not ready to come into your practice or your spa and drop $3,000. They're watching, okay? They're watching. So you want to find a way to capture those people, because eventually, yes, they're going to buy into it. They just have not been convinced yet, okay? So here's a few things to convince them. Host webinars and workshops and master classes. Hello, AA Dream Team. Run contests and giveaways. Create informative ebooks or guides or checklists or step-by-steps or how-tos. Interactive quizzes. We're building a quiz right now for one of my clients, the cosmetic dentist, and we're building a quiz on his website, because we need to start building his email list, right? So make a quiz that is related, obviously related to your industry. Use exit intent pop-ups. My colleague Ellen, shout out to her, she loves pop-ups. She's always talking about Zodabox. I'm gonna build a pop-up. She loves pop-ups, but they work. They work. Leverage UGC. This is user-generated content. This is something that a lot of you miss the mark on. You're not utilizing this. User-generated content is similar to influencer marketing, but not really. So it's using the content that your clients capture. So let's say, for example, you sell a microneedling package, and in addition to the microneedling package, you sell a skincare bundle. So you ask your client to go home and use the skincare and create a fun video and send it to you. Now you can post it, okay? That works to help building and growing your email list. Again, you have to have systems and automations and all that set up, but it helps. And then last but not least, monthly newsletters. So some of my accounts, they have packages where we do a monthly newsletter, and we send out a newsletter the first of the month, and we just let everybody know, hey, here's what's going on. Every account is different. So some accounts I include blog posts in the email newsletters. Some I include some of the things that are going on the website. Like we have monthly giveaways. Hey, did you know we had a monthly giveaway? Are you entered yet? Okay, people love giveaways because people love free shit. And another thing that works, it helps you grow your social platform. So a lot of the times I may say, hey, did you check out this before and after picture? Did you see this yet? If you want to see this transformation, watch it here. And then boom, people see that. And then you'll be so surprised. A lot of people who open your emails. They're not friends with you on social media. Cheri is taken over. Cheri is a financing program that a lot of my accounts offer, probably except for one, because he's a plastic surgeon. And I think he said he just didn't want to get it. But for the most part, all of my other accounts have Cheri. And each and every email that I send out, I'm like, hey, have you heard about Cheri? Instant approval, no hard inquiries, approvals up to 10K. You can get your favorite services if you click here. Okay, so I put all that. You guys, there's tons of things that can be emailed out. But you just have to, you have to know your end goal. Okay, so for most of my accounts, yes, we want to increase Cheri signups. Yes, we do. So I'm telling you guys in every email, I'm telling you on the stories at least once or twice a week, right? Because your followers, especially on social media, they're coming in, they're coming out. You're gaining new followers every day. Everything goes on the story, and it goes on the story multiple times, okay? All right, so the next thing, content marketing and video marketing. Another one of my favorite things. You actually can't do any of the first two that we talked about if you don't have content. So I probably should have started with this. Content is king, but video, okay? Video is queen. And video, it helps you build the know, the like, and the trust factor that I know y'all hear me talk about all the time in all of my videos. I'm constantly saying that. It helps you build the know, the like, and the trust. You want potential clients and potential patients to know you. That is why you're on social media. You want them to like you. That is why you're consistently posting. And you want them to trust you. That is why you're showing up as the expert as you are, because you need to fulfill all three of these. Once you fulfill all three of these, usually what happens is you build credibility. Now people want to come schedule with you, and now they're telling their friends, and now they're telling their family. So what is good content? What is good content? Because I see a lot of bad content on my timeline. There's this dentist that I follow. Oh, Lord, help them. I think the front office lady is the social media person or whatever, and you can tell she don't know what she's doing, but she tries. I will give her that. But yeah, that's another story for another day. So some of the content, yes, I just want to DM you, and I just want to say, hey, just let me work with you for 30 days, and you can just see this transformation. And then if you feel like after 30 days, I have met your expectations or exceeded your expectations, then let's talk. I want to do that all the time, but I don't really have the time to do that. I have too many accounts to offer free services right now. But anyway, so good content is content that stands out. This does not include trends. You guys go crazy with the trends, but the problem with trends is trends make you blend in. They do not make you stand out. Good content is content that educates. Sometimes people are not there for entertainment. Sometimes they are there to be educated. I would always recommend that you incorporate at least 30% of educational content into your content strategy. Things have changed. Social media, early 2000s was heavy on educational content. It was heavy on it. How to this, how to that. Well, things are changing because people are using the internet in different ways. And a lot of the times people go to social media to what's it called when you I guess to wind down. Yeah. People go to social media to wind down. So sometimes it just really depends. You don't want to have too much educational content because people will get bored. They'll get tired of you. And they're like, there's nothing that's entertaining about this account. So just switch it up. Create a connection. Good content creates a connection. Now, that connection may look different for every person on the other end of the smart device. You can make somebody laugh. You can make somebody cry. You can make somebody angry. There is this lady on my Instagram account, and I swear she talks about the most controversial topics that are out there, but her presence is blowing up because she's smart and she knows what she's doing. So again, make people mad, ruffle a little feathers, okay? It is okay. Strike an emotion, which is basically the same thing we just talked about. You want to make somebody happy, angry, mad, cry, sad, whatever, okay? Your content needs to strike some sort of emotion. And last but not least, it needs to be relatable, especially if you are in the medical aesthetics industry, because you're already kind of looked at. Well, it's different. So I have different types of clients. I have med spa owners, aesthetic service providers, nurse injectors, and things like that. They're a little different because they're kind of looked at as like, you know, holy grail, like our saviors. We want to look pretty like you guys. We want to have nice skin and all that. So they're viewed a little different than like my dentists and my MDs and things like that. So clients are usually scared to go to the dentist. They're scared. I was never scared to go to the dentist. Let's just be honest. My mama had us in the dentist every 6 months. Do you see this smile? Okay. Okay. Never was scared to go to the dentist. But, oh yeah, and this is no braces, no Invisalign, no retainers, no nothing. Just good teeth. Shout out to my mama and my daddy. But seriously though, you need to be relatable and make people know again that you're human. You do things just like them. You have concerns just like them. The only difference is that you're here to serve whatever problem it is that they have going on, okay? All right, so just make sure you're creating good, valuable content and you're not just throwing a bunch of BS on the internet, people, okay? I see so many people do this, and then, you know, like 30 days later, they're like, oh, nothing worked. This doesn't work. It's not working for me. Well, it's not working for you because you don't have a strategy. You don't have a solid plan. You're just posting content and hoping that people find it. Doesn't work like that. So this is very funny. If you're okay, piggyback off of what I just said, talking about building emotion and building a connection through your social media accounts. If your social media accounts looks like this, okay, I want you guys to take a screenshot, take a look. If you're posting graphics from vendors without customizing them to match your brand, just throw the whole Instagram account in the trash. So when you work with these different vendors, I know because you guys send them to me, my clients. You say, hey, Cartessa just sent me all these graphics. Could you post them on my Instagram account? Absolutely not. I will not, because they don't match your brand. So you need to, I have to tell them sometimes you have to give us a little, like a couple of days so we can edit everything and make it fit your brand, because you want to have a recognizable brand identity. This is so important, and especially in aesthetics. Everything doesn't have to be aesthetically pleasing. No, it absolutely does not. However, it needs to be cohesive. It needs to match. When someone is scrolling on Instagram, they're scrolling their feed, you want it to be to where they're liking and they're tapping before they even read the post, but they know it's you because they recognize your identity. Okay. When you post stuff like this, no. Just throw the whole Instagram account in the trash, because at this point, you are advertising. You are not marketing. And I talked about the difference between the two in several videos. So definitely go watch them if you have any questions about that. But if your Instagram feed looks like this, and you're watching this and you're a part of this masterclass, do not expect me to come liking your stuff. Do not expect me to come comment, and not even just me. Don't even expect potential clients to look and comment at this, because there is too much activity going on online right now for you to be posting stuff like this. Okay. All right. So let's talk about the best routes for beginners who have a limited budget. I get this all the time. Cheri, we don't have a lot of money because of this, that, and the third. I hear this all the time. I'm actually thinking about hiring someone to deal with that side of my business because I'm getting burnt out already. And I understand, okay? Trust me, I don't want to sound like a bitch. I get it, okay? I have a budget too. I actually just was approached by someone about redoing my website. And she was like, oh, it's going to be this amount and this amount. And I'm like, okay, well, that's not in the budget right now, but I will be back. You come back, and that's how it is. But here's the thing. If you have a very small budget and you're working with like a company like mine who provides multiple types of digital marketing, this is what we would suggest for you in the very beginning. Website, email marketing, and consistent social media posting. I call it the triple threat. At least if it's just one email newsletter a month, you guys will see growth. I promise you, you will see growth. You will get to the point to where you need to be so that you can invest a little more money and get that next tier, get that next package, okay? But consistent posting on social media is a must. And I mean consistent, and I mean being omnipresent, being everywhere, not just posting on Facebook one week and then you decide you want to post on Instagram the next week, and then maybe you do a TikTok video once a month. Absolutely not. No, I'm talking consistent posting, omnipresent, multiple platforms, which is why this type of stuff needs to be delegated. Because the thing is, we were just having this conversation the other day. Different platforms want different types of content. YouTube, for example, it's different from Facebook. Facebook is different from Instagram. And sometimes a lot of you get in this little habit where you just want to put one video everywhere. Do not do that. Okay. You are ruining your presence every time you do that. Edit the video up just a little bit. I do this all the time. I might post a video on TikTok. Now, the video I post on TikTok, now that video I may put on YouTube Shorts, but then if I go put it on Instagram, it may be just a little different. Maybe I might strip the audio, put an overlay on it, change the actual clips out, use some different music, but the framework of that actual post is still the same. Okay, so anyways, this is what I would suggest you start off with, the triple threat, if you're on a very limited budget. But yes, we have someone that could set your website up for you, and that could help you with the email and consistent posting. Okay, so all you really need to do is just be the business owner and treat your patients. Okay. All right, so congratulations, we made it to the end. It's time for Q&A. I'm going to see if there's any in here. Okay, so I don't see any questions in the chat. But I do have an offer for you guys. So if you made it this far, thank you. You are the real MVP. I would like to let you guys know that you have homework. Okay, you always have homework. So just expect that at the end of every masterclass, Cheri is going to give us homework. Now, your homework is still the same. It's the same from last week. I want you to create a day in the life Instagram reel or a get ready with me. If you're going to work, film yourself doing your makeup, your skincare routine, doing your hair, feeding your children, dropping them off at school, whatever goes on in your life, film that. I want you to film it. I want you to share it with social media. If you don't know how to do get ready with me videos or a day in the life style type videos, do your research. Go look on social media right now. Find somebody else who's doing that same style of video and you just do it and sprinkle your magic sauce on it, okay? When you do that, I want you to upload it to social media, preferably Instagram. Tag me so I can see it and I can share it with my community, and then use the hashtag aesthetics amplified. Now, why am I asking you to do this? I'm asking you to do this because I need you guys to get out of the habit of always talking about your treatments and talking about your services. I need you to know that there is more to social media and more to building a brand online than just telling everybody that you just launched a new device, you just got a new product, you just got a new treatment. No, people don't care about that. But what they do care about, and I know I'm going off topic here, but what they do care about is how that product, how that device, and how that treatment is going to benefit them. So that's what you lead with. So many times I see a lot of aesthetic and cosmetic service providers, you'll post this random stuff, and then everybody's looking at it. I know me, I'm looking at it like, well, how am I gonna, like, what is enticing me to click on this post? Nothing, absolutely nothing. So just think about it. When you post your homework, when you do your homework, rule number one is to have fun and show your personality, okay? Everything doesn't always have to be about business, all right? So now, here is tonight's offer, okay? If you need extra support, first off, the replays will be posted inside of the AA Dream Team Facebook community. If you're not already a part of that community, it is a growing and glowing community. Make sure you join. And if you stay to the end, okay, I need you guys to know that my one-on-one coaching calls, my one-on-one consulting calls are $725, a one-time fee. But for you guys, because you stayed around and you are a AA Dream Teamer, you get to save $325, and plus, instead of 2 sessions, you get 3. You get 3 sessions. And guess what? In between each session, you get access to me and you get access to my team. So if you have any questions, which you should, if you're learning, you should always have questions if you're learning something. If you're not learning, if you don't have questions, you're not learning, right? So that's why I set it up like that. So originally $725 for my AA Dream Teamers. It's going to be, you're going to save $325 plus get an additional session if you use code AA Dream Team at checkout. Okay. So that is all for tonight's class. I don't see that anybody else has any more questions. I hope you guys are doing fabulous and slaying the online world. And I just hope that the good Lord up above sends you client after client after client after client to fill up your schedule. All right, don't forget that the next class, guys, the next class is October the 8th at 7 p.m. I actually have been thinking about pushing these back to 8 o'clock. 7 o'clock just seems so early, and it seems like it's still kind of in the middle of the day. I don't know. Y'all let me know. If you watched the replay, let me know in the comments. Would you prefer 8 p.m. EST, or is 7 work? Or maybe you want earlier. I'm not doing earlier, so I'm not even going to give you guys an option for that. It's either going to be 7 or later. EST time. All right, y'all. So that's it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being fabulous. Thank you for being a part of the AA Dream Team. And I will see you guys on October the 8th. Bye-bye.